What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and this is round 2 of me trying to do this intro because the first time I got like 8 phone calls, and I was like, alright, I'm going to try this again. Okay, I'm going to try this again. And I kept getting the same phone call. I finally answered the phone and found out what it was. But anyways, and my microphone's not working anymore. My fucking microphone, I have it tied together. I'm not kidding. I'm holding it with one hand where the two wires are connecting, and if I let go, it cuts out my mic. That's crazy. I have it actually tied together with a scrunchie, you know, like the chicks that wear the scrunchie, or guys who wear man buns and shit. But anyways, gonna go over round 3. In round 1, I had a big, not a big win. I got like a 15 points win against Tunis and Witchify. In round 2, I got I think like a 14-point win against Alex and his Demon Legion, his double Demon Princess, his double DP. Anyways, so in round 3, I got against Mike Smith, and Mike Smith has a Vampire Coven army, and you know it's interesting. It's going to be a different army for me to fight against. I have fought vampires, and every time I fight vampires, I tend to lose. So I'm not really looking forward to this, and I'm just like, shit. One of my problems is, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys, is that I bring a shooting army. I have a very, I can hit them with catapults, I can hit them with crossbows, I can hit them with magic spells, but the problem is, by the turn they move up, they already restored majority of those wounds, or if not, they, are restored to full, and it's just like, son of a bitch, man. So a lot of it can go into vain, and then the other thing that really bugs me is like Varkalax and shit, so I just gotta deal with that shit. Anyways, on the good note, I found this photo right here, and this photo has a picture of my army. This is the only picture I found in all of my pictures that I took a picture of my army. That's how fucked up it is. And I don't even have my full tower up. I put the tower away because the thing kept falling over, and I was like, guys, you guys paint judge it, because I want to put that shit away. Really quick, I'll sum up what you see here, because unless you have like supervision, you really can't tell what's going on. On the top left, that is the Mega Chicken Rock. It's a Gargantula Spider. In the middle, that's another Gargantula Spider. So I got 2 Gargantula Spiders. They do have web launchers. I have some Cave Trolls inside the cave. Who would have known? I have some Wolf Riders. I have a block of 34 Orc Ed Bashers with spears, because it was an accident. I hit this button called spears versus extra hand weapons. But you know what? I'm actually liking the spears, and you'll see why. Not in this game, but probably the next game. I think it's the next game that it really pays off. I have Squig Hoppers, and then I have a unit of Orcs with crossbows and heavy armor. Then I have let me see what else. I'm looking at this. I'm getting confused. I have my general, which is Rocksteady, Boss Rocksteady. He has the paired weapon, Screaming Blades. He has a 2-up, 4-up. I do have King Koopa. King Koopa has a 1-up, 4-up, and a resistance to fire, and also has armor piercing and +2 strength on the flank. And I have 2 shamans. Let's go over that magic spells really quick. One shaman is a goblin shaman. He's a level 2 with a book for a 3rd spell. So he got Evil Eye, Sneaky Slicing, and Curse of the Green Moon. My orc shaman got the Big Stomp and Oi, No Dying. I think I swapped Oi, No Dying out eventually for the rerolls to hit. I think I did. If not, you'll see it or not. I think I was looking at it. We talked about it. I took the picture. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to swap this out for signature. I think it was either the Big Stomp or the Oi No Dying, but we'll find out right now. As for my opponent, he has Lurid Delusions, and then he has all of these spells. The Dead Arise, the Curse of Death, I can't even read that. Steel, Youth, he has Fireball, Cascading Fire, Curse of the Dead, and Invocation. So, he did get Flaming Weapons, and he was like, no, I'm going to take Cascading Fire instead, or the Signature instead. And I was just like, oh, if he took Flaming Weapons, my trolls would have been toast. It's just that simple. It's that simple. I was like, Flaming Swords. So I was just like, okay. So for his lore attribute, I ended up, since I've learned this from Chris on the team tournaments, I took his lore attribute that allows me to heal my spiders. his necromancy lore attribute. So over here you can see he has a unit of dogs here. He has a unit of spirit hose. Then he has a huge block of grave guard or tomb guard or whatever they are. Over here he has a big block of skeletons, and in those skeletons, or if those aren't skeletons, I'm sorry, it's a big block on the skeletons on the right, and then in the middle he has a big block of zombies. The zombies, they do have the cadaver wagon with them, and then they also have a Lore of Fire wizard necromancer with them as well. He has 2 more units of dogs here, and then over on this side on the left he has some bats as well as these, what are they called? Vampire spawn, I think. Whatever they are, they're the old Vargeists. And then he has a Varkalak on the right, and that Varkalak is just, I hate those things, man. I haven't fought Vargeists in this edition of 9th Age or Warhammer yet, so that's going to be new. I know that they're frenzied, I know that they're going to have a bunch of shit, but they could be really deadly, and I don't know. I haven't fought them yet. But as you can see, it's still classic battle line. I don't think, I think most of those scenarios were classic battle line setups, just the objectives were different. So that's something I have to deal with when I get there. But since I'm a shooting army, I don't have to line up right away up in the front, but I kind of do. No, you know what? I think this one was flank attack, and I took the flank where I'm defending. Might be classic battle line, whatever. Ignore me. It doesn't matter. But there's 3 coins out there. Those 3 coins are objective points. You have to have a scoring unit to score those points, touching it at the end of the game to score. As you can see, he vanguarded up his wolves. I forgot who took turn 1. I think he took turn 1. So we're going to go ahead and just say it. Vampire Coven, turn 1. Mike Smith, turn 1. He's moving up his spirit hose this way. Now, the spirit hose are the ones that bug me the most out of his whole army, because those guys can go ahead right into my spider and I can't do shit, and he knows it. He knows it. It's gunning straight for my spider right now. I see it gunning straight for my spider right now. Everything else kind of moves up like this. Now he had his Vargeists chilling behind the line, and then he jumped in front of the line with his fly ability, and he's kind of watching where my dogs are, where my squig hoppers are. Now my dogs and my squig hoppers are honestly chaff. I'm not charging a goddamn thing. I even contemplated charging his dogs with my dogs, and I was like, my dogs will probably lose, just because that's how bad goblins are. But he goes ahead and he lines up like so, and I'm just like, okay. I have Koopa on the far left. I have my Chicken Rock inside the ruins, because basically the Chicken Rock, I'm not afraid of anything coming in the ruins for me, because I have Strider. I could go in and out of the ruins, no problem. If he goes into the ruins, everything's taking the dangerous terrain except for my spiders. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not so worried about this. I do have my 2 splatters in bad spots. I kind of looked at it now, and I'm just like, eh. And I have my Orcs and Trolls in the corner with the A-Rock. Magic Phase, he got 11 power dice. He goes ahead and he throws up the Dead Arise, and I was just kind of like, go ahead, man, because I don't want... He has some other spells on him that I forgot right off the bat, but I'm trying to stop his fireballs and anything that would kill my chaff, and that's the bottom line. So I don't want him to do that. So he does Dead Arise. He pops up these zombies right here, right in front of my Orcs, and I was just like, ugh. And not only that, when he vanguarded and he moved his Wolf Riders right over here in front of my War Machine. Like I said, it was bad placement, and I was just like, oh, man, I don't want to lose the War Machines yet. I'm going to try to just drop rocks on the Cadaver Wagon, blow it up, but he's just going to build up the zombies. He gets like 11 zombies or so. He does Lurid Delusions onto my Orcs, and his whole goal here was to give these guys where they have a harder leadership check, and then kill my chaff and hope that I panic. But I'm like... He started doing his fireballs and stuff, and I'm stopping him anyways. I do my Dispel Scroll on it, I stop with my other spell. I protected my chaff. I did this with Tuna, and I did this with this game here too. I protected my chaff because my chaff is extremely important to controlling the board. So I go ahead and I use my Dispel Scroll. I go ahead and I do my dice, and I stop all his spells to kill my chaff. I didn't even let him know that they were insignificant and they were not going to panic my Orcs. I just didn't really care. I was like, I didn't want him killing my chaff yet. So that's all he really had, and it's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 1, and holy shit, did I see this. I saw this from a mile away, and I was just like, you know what? He left it open. Check this out. The Chicken Rock sees the flank of those Vargheists that he did not see this. I guess because the way the ruins were or what, he didn't see he exposed his flank. And I was just like, man, I see this flank attack right here. I didn't want to give it away. I waited till he moved, and it was my turn because I wanted to do the line of sight to see if I even had that angle, and I sure did. I'm going for that. Now it's a 10-inch dice roll, so it's 17 inches away, and I'm just like, I could do it. And if I do it and I could destroy them, the skirmishers, I'll have a charge, a big flank, and all this, and he's going to have a hard time wounding a Chicken Rock, and it'll just basically destroy that whole right side of the table. Or if I fail, his swarms are going to be in my face. My backup to this was if he fails, Koopa's to the left of him. You can't really see Koopa right here, but Koopa's to the left of him, and have Koopa try to take on the spirit swarms. That was my backup. So I roll the dice and I need a 10, and holy shit, he got in! Holy shit! I angled it. So if I overrun, I don't need that far to overrun, and I'll overrun into his skeletons. Holy shit. I go ahead and I move Koopa over here to the flank of everybody. Koopa doesn't care about the dogs. You know Koopa doesn't care about the dogs. We already had this fight earlier, the dogs and Koopa. But Koopa's going to the flank of the Varkalak to annoy him. Not only that, but to kind of annoy the Spirit Hose. And if all else fails, Koopa can help out with the Grave Guard. So he has to scrunch in. Holy shit, the Chicken Rock's in. I decided to do a march check with my Wolf Riders, and I squeezed my Wolf Riders all the way through in front of his wolves, and I moved my catapult out of the way. Oh man, people don't ever expect you to move a war machine, and I think that's the funniest thing to me. I think it's so funny when you're just like move the war machine over, and he's like, what the hell? I turn my squig hoppers around to just look at the flank of his newly arose zombies. They're kind of in the way of my orcs, but kind of not. My orcs are on top of the hill. They got good shot range of most stuff anyways. It's just a picture of that thing moving out of the way. Oh man. Magic phase, I got 9 power dice, and I go ahead and I throw up the big stomp. I throw 4 dice on the big stomp, he stops it. He doesn't even use a dispel scroll. He uses like something else, and I just whatever. And then I think I just failed everything else. I didn't really have much magic in range. That's what it was. So I'm gonna go to shooting this one catapult that can shoot. We'll try to shoot it at the cadaver wagon, and it drifts off way far away this way. The web launcher tries to shoot. Oh, the web launcher does shoot. Web launcher hits. I think I was aiming at the skeletons, and it ends up hitting the zombies. And when it hits the zombies, it just crushes. Look at this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 zombies. Holy shit. Holy shit. Killed 11 zombies and their web launch. And not only that, they're in ruins. So if they decide to march or charge into my spider, they're going to have to take 2 sets of DTs. Or I'm sorry, a higher set of DTs for everybody in that whole unit. That is insane. That is crazy. Holy shit, I got a message. Alright, over here, shooting phase. I'm going to go shoot these crossbows into his dogs, and they only kill off because of the all the line of sight issues. They only kill off 5 dogs, left 1 there alive. That kind of sucks because they could restore. And then close combat, the Chicken Rock, holy shit. She ate 2 Varkalax, or not Varkalax, 2 Vargheists, and left a couple wounds on that one. They try to attack back. They don't do a single thing. They crumble and they die. Oh, I'm sorry, the Goblins go. The Goblins kill off another one, and then they crumble and die, and poof! Oh shit! I am definitely going to go ahead and overrun. I overrun, and I hit right into the zombie, or the skeletons, and I move her over just a bit, and I'm like, holy shit. If he wants to charge her flank, go for it. She's going to be stubborn. He's going to be wounding on 6s on most stuff, and he's going to have to take a nasty DT for those zombies. Holy shit. Chicken Head and the Chicken Rock just destroyed those Vargheists, whatever they're called, vampire spawn. It's going to go ahead and start off turn 2 Vampire Coven. So he's like, well, he's gonna charge his spirit hose into my squigs, and he fails that charge. It was pretty it was a decent charge. I think it was like a 9 or something like that, but he fails that one. He charges his dogs into my dogs, and I'm just like, well, we're gonna have to see what happens there. Dog battle. At least I have armor in mine. And then he charges his dogs into Koopa here, and Koopa just doesn't care. After he charges his dogs into mine, because he knows his dogs can't run, and I have to actually kill all 6, or at least make them crumble, he moves his Varkalak right in my face like, what are you going to do, Koopa? I'm going to fight you with my Varkalak. And Koopa doesn't care. Koopa's just standing there like, whatever. So he decides actually to move his Varkalak on this side, whatever. Over here, what happened? Oh, he got in here. His Varkalak's watching me here. I think this is... Oh, this was... He decided to move through the ruins. He goes ahead and he moves, and he has to take 2 sets of DTs, and he ends up losing, like... Oh my god, how many guys did he lose here? Oh my god, I try to figure it out. Ah, I don't have it. I don't know how many he lost. That sucks. That sucks. Anyways, he lost a bunch of guys for walking through the DT, and he had to take a DT for his whole unit, but he didn't care because there were zombies. Magic, he got 7 power dice. Check out that dice spinning in action. Alright, so he goes there and he does Curse of the Years, or whatever it is. I think it's like Curse of Years or whatever, and he ends up killing 3, 6, 7 of my orcs. And I mean, I had to let it go. Really wasn't much I could do about it. I tried to stop it, but I didn't. I already wasted my spell scroll. He goes into other stuff, and I stopped that. And then over here, close combat, Koopa kills 3 dogs, and they don't pop. I think they just kind of like crumble a little bit because he had a charge downhill and a flank to my 3 wounds. I think it was just a wash. Over here, I end up killing 3 dogs. I mean, it's the same weapon skill, same strength both ways, and I end up killing 3. He failed to wound me at all, and I mean, that's just bad dice rolling right there. Holy crap. I win. I think he crumbles a little bit. Over here, the Chicken Rock. Shit. Chicken Rock, man, he killed 2, 4, 6, 7 skeletons. They end up putting on 2 wounds on him. And, yeah, it doesn't matter. That's a nasty combat. Chicken Rock's going to stick there, and it's going to go ahead and start off Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. I move everybody up in a wave. And I said that with, like, everybody. Metal! Ha ha ha! I move my Squig Hoppers as chaff in front of his Blackguard and his zombies. I want Chicken Rock to finish off those skeletons uninterrupted. Oh man, Chicken Rock's gonna have a field day over there. Good job, good for you, Chicken Rock. Oh man, as you can see, this is kind of how it looks over here. Wow. Anyways, Koopa's just stuck over there. He can't do much about it. Magic Phase, I got 4 power dice, and I'm like, you know what? I really can't do much with 4 power dice. I'm just going to dispel his Curse of Years and get rid of that thing, man. So I go ahead and I do it. Shooting Phase, I'm going to shoot my Rock Lobber into his Graveguard. I get a direct hit and kill 6 Graveguard. I shoot my second Rock Lobber into the Graveguard, and it ends up killing off even more. Holy crap. Let's see. Actually, I don't think so. Let's see. It looks like 1, 2... No, it definitely killed more. I'm trying to see how many it killed. He had 3 rows. He has 3 rows. Yeah, it killed like 2 more, it looks like. Over here, these guys just shot at the zombies in front of them. They're like, you know what, we got to get rid of these zombies. They're in our way. So we ended up shooting the zombies, killing off a bunch of them. There's still a couple left. And then over here, the A-Rock had to charge into a dog that was playing chaff to the A-Rock getting into the main combat. So the A-Rock killed the dog, overruns a little bit closer to the skeletons. Holy crap, that skeleton unit's about to get double spidered. Holy shit. Oh man, over here my dogs ended up winning this combat, destroying all the dogs, and then over here Koopa finally killed off the last of his dogs, and Koopa's just going to face off at his Varkalak, and we're going to go into the next round of, what is that? Those are the skeletons. Over here the Chicken Rock goes, and look at this, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 skeletons are dead. He attacks back, and I don't think he wounded him at all. I combat reformed by just shifting over a little bit. Actually, he did 1 wound, so I have 3 wounds on the Chicken Rock, but Chicken Rock is taking out chunks and chunks of skeletons. It's going to start off turn 3. Vampire Coven. Turn 3, he's charging the Varkalak into Koopa, and guess what, guys? You know I'm going to say it. You know I'm going to say it. Koopa doesn't care. Koopa cares not. He's charging the Spirit Hose into my Wolf Riders, and I think he fails that one, or I flee from that one. I think he might get in on that one. I don't remember. He's charging both his Blackguard and his zombies into my Squig Hoppers, and I'm just going to stick there. He charged his Spirit Hose into my dog just so his Blackguard could get a clearing to charge out to get, because where his Blackguard is chaffing himself, because he didn't expect me to be all on the right flank like that, how I did. And they failed their charge, which means the Blackguard failed their charge. His Vampire Bats are charging into my War Machine. I think they get in, though. Magic Face, he got 9 Power Dice. He goes ahead for Invocation, and I actually have to let it go. I know it sucks because I'm killing chunks and chunks of skeletons, but I have to let this one go because he's going to raise up skeletons, he's going to raise up zombies, he's going to raise up Blackguard. He raises up 9 skeletons, 8 zombies, and 6 Graveguard. Then he goes ahead and he does Dead or Rise again, and he pops up a unit of zombies here. I think I tried to stop him on some of these, but I just couldn't. There were some other spells that were there. And he puts his zombies right in front of me to chaff my trolls and my orcs from charging past my squigs where they're going to die. And this is how it looks right now, guys. This is exactly how it looks. It's just this giant clusterfuck in the middle. Holy crap. Over here, close combat. Koopa does a wound to the Varkalak. Koopa poisoned. Actually, I think Koopa missed. I think Koopa whiffed. But the spider was like, poison. Did 1 wound. He failed his regen. He goes ahead. He does a wound onto Koopa. I actually think Koopa fears the Varkalak, and he does a wound, but Koopa sticks on a 6. And Koopa doesn't go anywhere. Over here, he just his impact hits from the Cadaver Wagon to do 2 wounds onto my guys here. I have just the way he positioned it. I'm gonna just put 2 attacks into his Wizard, his Necromancer, that's right in the front rows, because I only got 6 attacks with these guys, initiative 4, but they're zombies, and if I kill 4 or 5 zombies, or 3 zombies, or even 2 zombies, it's not even worth it. So let's just do 2 wounds onto that Wizard in front and kill that Wizard. He was like smart, very smart. Kill the Wizard. He goes ahead and he attacks and he destroys my guys. I don't think he reforms. I don't think he can. He could pivot a little bit, but he doesn't really have much room to pivot because of how we're stuck in there. Close combat over here. The Chicken Rock kills off 6-7 guys. He goes ahead and he puts another 2 wounds onto the Chicken Rock, and it's going to go ahead and start off Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Oh, we forgot this fight over here. His vampires do kill my War Machine. Now it's going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. I'm like, you know what? These guys are in my way. I'm going to charge. So I charged the Orcs into some zombies. I was like, you know what? They got to do this. It's time. I charged the A-Rock into the flank of those skeletons. Let's do it. I charged the Trolls into the roadblock over there. And they're all going to get it. I think I charged the Orcs in as well. I might not have charged the Orcs in. I didn't charge the Orcs in. I just charged the Trolls in. Trolls did it by themselves. A-Rock and Chicken Rock in that unit of skeletons. Oh my god, I feel for my opponent. I feel for him. And I chaff him, his Blackguard, again with my Wolf Riders. I needed those Wolf Riders. I needed that chaff. Magic Face. I go ahead and I throw up Evil Eye. He stops it. I throw Oi No Dying. He stops it. I take it back. He let Evil Eye go through. I go ahead and I do Evil Eye, kill off a couple of the Spirit Hose. But the real reason why I did this, even though I need to get rid of some of these Spirit Hose, is I needed to heal a wound on my Chicken Rock. Ba-dink! That is the best fucking attribute ever, guys. That is crazy. Oh my god, that is awesome. He's like, you did what now? I'm like, I'm healing my Chicken Rock with your lore attribute. Shooting phase. I'm gonna shoot this rock lobber that's been working, and it does nothing. I don't have a picture of what it did. Nope, not at all. Over here, close combat, the cave trolls destroy their unit. They're gonna, I don't even think they overrun. I think I just stick there for a turn. Then over here, close combat. Oh my god, double spiders. I felt like an ass grabbing 16 dice for the spiders' attacks. I was just like, that's crazy. Look at that. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. Yeah, 18 wounds. Charge, flank. I don't. My mic broke again. Alright, yeah, so I did 18 wounds. Like I said, I had a charge, big flank, whatever. I don't think he did any wounds to me. That unit, boop, gone. Done. Holy shit. I overrun on purpose with the A-Rock because she just charged in and she's going, right into the zombie. Oh my god! The chicken rock just turns around like so. This is just nasty. Holy shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mike, if you're watching this. I'm sorry to any of Mike's friends who are watching this. But holy crap. Turn 4, Vampire Coven. Oh, we forgot about this fight over here. Or did we do this fight? I don't remember if we did this fight or not. No, we didn't. Koopa ends up doing another wound onto him. He does like 3 wounds onto Koopa, but Koopa just armor save or ward saved it, regen saved it, and Koopa doesn't go anywhere. That thing's going to stick there. It's going to go ahead and start off turn 4, Vampire Coven. Vampire Coven, he has to charge the dogs. I think... Did I flee on purpose? I think I chose to flee. He charged into my dogs, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to flee. So I flee, and I pop this way. I end up losing 3 of the dogs due to dangerous terrains. But I forgot why I wanted them to charge. So he just goes ahead and he redirects into my Orcs. And it's a long charge, but that's why I think that's why. I knew he was going to fail the charge. It was like a 11 or 12, and I was like, there's no point. There's no threat right now anymore. So he's going to go ahead and charge, and he fails it like so. And as you can see, he's kind of getting surrounded at the moment. Magic phase. He got 6 power dice, and I don't think he does anything. I think he tried to do some stuff, and I basically stopped it. He didn't have many spells because I killed 2 of his. Most of his magic missiles are stuck in combat or dead. So basically, there wasn't much else to do that I think that there was note of. So close combat, Koopa killed the Varkalak. Koopa is racking up, and I'm being dead serious. Every game so far, Koopa killed a chariot, Koopa killed dogs, Koopa killed another set of dogs, Koopa killed a demon prince, and now Koopa killed the Varkalak. Koopa is headhunting this tournament. Koopa, I am so sad that you're not coming to Greece with me, buddy. Holy crap, Koopa, you're such a fat bastard. Alright, over here. I ended up putting my guys in ranks because I knew these spirit hoes were coming in soon. So here they are. They get into ranks. I ended up killing off one of the spirit hoes. He failed a couple of ones on the ward saves. He goes ahead and he attacks back. He only kills off 1. So he ends up losing combat, losing a couple more wounds. Over here, close combat. He ends up putting 1 wound onto the A-Rock. The A-Rock goes, and I don't even know. I think I killed... I don't even know how many I killed. I killed quite a few, actually. Zombies, but they're zombies. I mean, I probably killed like 5 to 10 of them. It doesn't matter. It's going to go ahead and start off turn 4 Orcs and Goblins. Turn 4 Orcs and Goblins. I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Trolls charging zombies. Chicken Rock charging zombies. Orcs charging the Graveguard. My whole goal here is to hit the zombies, overrun the Chicken Rock into the Knight, or the Blackguard, and you'll see my hidden weapon right now that I've been holding all game. All game I've been holding this weapon. So they all get in like so. Boom, boom, boom! And everybody who walked around our table right now, on this turn, right now, my brother was one of those people who walked by, and he looked right in the middle like, that's a clusterfuck. That is a giant clusterfuck. So magic phase. I got X amount of dice because I don't have a picture of it. I'm not going to go to the next frame because the next frame gives it all away, guys. So I'm looking at this. I have... Let's go back to my original spells. I have Evil Eye. Can't use it. I have a ward save, which is very important. I actually tried to throw the ward save on the spider a couple times. Not going to use it. Alright. Well, I mean, I could use it. I could throw that on my orcs, and it would be really beneficial. He does have a character in his Blackguard that has the Kingslayer sword, and I do have 2 shamans, a BSB, and a general in that unit of orcs. So his guy is super killy. That whole unit is super killy. This could be really dangerous. Plus, he has lightning reflexes up because he did get 1 spell up. I remember that. So I'm like, all right, not going to use the ward save. Not going to use the Foot of Gork because we're all in combat. What do I have? What was that other spell? I'm looking back because I don't even remember right now. Sneaky stabbing. That I really wanted to get actually sneaky stabbing off on the Chicken Rock. I think I'd try to, and he just like whatever. But then here it goes. All my dice that's left. The Green Moon. It was just the way the cards fell. My goblin, you see him right there. He is on the corner of this horde. How can I not do a vortex into the unit? And he is the first victim of the Buckeye Battle singles tournament to tell me, wait a second, can you do that in close combat? I'm like, yes, you can. It's a vortex. Get it off. I'm like, oh my god, anything at all besides a 6 goes off. It is not a 6. I roll like a 4 or 5. It goes through the whole Graveguard unit, goes through all the zombies, ends up hitting the A-Rock, but I don't care because the A-Rock can handle this. It's only strength 3. And holy shit. Boom! All those are 5s and 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 wounds. No armor saves. Holy shit. He just pulled off like 17 Graveguard. He was just in shock. Like, what does that do? Like, holy crap. I've looked at that spell numerous times. I've tried to get that spell off numerous times. And I've never, ever, ever, ever gotten it off like I just did right now. That is the power of the Green Moon right there, guys. That's insane. It took out 17 wounds. That's like 8 guys who can't attack anymore because he was in horde formation too. And then I took out some zombies, of course. Close combat. Woo, Chicken, Rock, and the A-Rock. Oh, not only that, I healed a wound on my Chicken Rock because of the tribute. Chicken Rock, A-Rock, Trolls took out the whole block of zombies, including the corpse cart. Chicken Rock, I contemplated overrunning in. I think I did overrun in. I don't remember. No! Oh my god! I needed like a 4 or 5 to overrun right into the combat, and I rolled like snake eyes on 3 dice. I rolled 3 ones, and she just stumbles forward, or he just stumbles forward. I'm like, come on, man! Come on! Oh my god. That's so stupid. I was like, I wanted that to go so bad so I could get him into combat as well. Alright, over here, close combat. His general's like, you know what? We need to start killing orcs. We got to get combat res up. He kills 4 orcs. And, I mean, that's just bad rolling. He's hitting me on 2s and wounding me on 2s, and he only kills 4 guys out of, like, his original 4 plus an additional 4 for every character I have. That's crazy. He has 8 attacks, and he missed half of them on 1s. Combat back, my guys just take out, look at this, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys there. He ends up going back, ends up killing off 8, 9, 10 guys back. Whew, I mean, I got a charge, 2 banners, 3 ranks, 10 wounds. Let's see, charge, 2 banners, 3 ranks, that's already 6, and then 10 wounds, that's 16 to his 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I win by 1. He only loses a guy, but the next turn doesn't really look very hopeful for him. He's going to lose his lightning reflexes on the next turn because he doesn't have any wizards left. Over here, close combat, he ends up killing off a couple of my Orcs. I know it looks like a lot more are dead, but they're actually up there. We just didn't want them falling off the hill. He ends up only killing like one. I end up killing off. I end up doing like 2 or 3 wounds, and no, I do more than 2 or 3 wounds. I think I did like 4 or 5 wounds, and he rolls the dice, and you just see like 1, 1, 1, and he's just like, son of a bitch. And at this point, I really do blame his dice. I mean, how do you roll 8 attacks with your general who needs to hit on 2s, wound on 2s, and roll like 4 1s? And then how do you need to do a ward save that's a 2-up and roll like 3 1s? So that unit pops, boop, gone, and it's going to go ahead and start at his turn. Vampire Coven turn 5. Vampire Coven turn 5. He still has some magic spells. He's going 9 dice. I don't know why it's super blurry, that picture, but he goes ahead and he does Invocation of Undead, and I try to stop it, I believe. He gets it off. He's going to raise a couple of them back. He does Lurid Delusions to lower my leadership because he wants me to have a harder time with my leadership. And then I go ahead and I challenge. Close combat challenge. He's like, fuck that. He doesn't want to fight my general with his general. So he ends up doing his whole goal right now is to try to make me run. If I run, that's it. You know what I mean? So he's going to try to do as much damage as possible to my orcs. Possible. The only problem is he's going last now because he lost his lightning reflexes. So my general ends up wiping out his champ, kills him, does 3 extra wounds. My orcs go, and my orcs kill off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. He goes back, and I don't think he kills many of my orcs. At this time, I offer him, like, hey, dude, it's the end of turn 5. We still have time. We could do turn 6. Do you want to just call it here or not? And he's like, let's just play it out. Let's just play it out. Now, he's actually hoping to beat my orc unit because he can. He really can kill my orc unit and have some survivability. I mean, he already took out a good chunk of them. I'm not sweating that my guys will lose. But it's my turn. Shirehammer turn 6. And I mean, look at this. You got 2 spiders coming at you. You got trolls coming at you. And you have Koopa coming in the rear. Yes, you heard that right. Koopa is coming in the rear. Oh, man. And he doesn't have a champion to take another challenge. He's like, go ahead, do it. I was like, alright. So I charge in, everybody gets in, the trolls don't get in because I had to fit in the double rocks. Magic phase, I got 8 power dice. The only spell I try to do is, I try to do the ward save on my orcs, and he stops that spell. I end up doing sneaky stabbing onto my chicken rock, and that one goes off. He lets it go through. I use the attribute to heal the chicken rock. Oh man, that's a beautiful, beautiful attribute. Thank you, Undead. I love that spell. Or that attribute. Close combat, or no, I'm sorry, shooting. This is the most random shit. He has these bats in the background. I'm like, I guess I'll shoot the only thing I can shoot at with my rock lobber into his bats. And I hit a direct hit, and I kill the fucking bats. They're ordnance. They're flying. I was like, wow. I didn't expect that to actually work, man. I'm like, I feel really bad at this point because this is like overkill. I always want these direct hits, but I mean, that was just overkill. Oh, man. Close combat. Who the hell's this guy? Oh, he challenged me with his remaining necromancer that was in this unit, so I wouldn't be able to challenge, or I'm sorry, I challenged him with my BSB. That's exactly what happened, because I think I do got the ward save off. I'll tell you right now, I do got the ward save off. So that means my BSB right now has a 2-up armor and a 5-up ward, and he was wondering if he attacks with his general, how many attacks will he actually do to my BSB? He might actually get a total of 5 wounds, which will give him like a 200-point bonus, but what he's hoping for is his generals in contact with my general and my chicken rock. He might be able to kill. This is honestly what he was thinking. He was hoping he could kill both. If he could kill the chicken rock and kill my general, he'll net like 700 or 800 points. Okay, like 255 for the chicken rock, and it was 255 for the chicken rock, and excuse me, I think like 350 or something like that for my general total with the general bonus. So that's like 600. Okay. So he gives me this necromancer. Necromancer actually does a wound onto my onto my BSB. My BSB does a wound to his necromancer. He goes ahead and he attacks half and half, and I ward save with my general all but one wound. He only did one wound. I mean, this guy is swinging 9 attacks right now, strength 9, and he got a bunch through, but I ward saved a bunch of them. And he only did one wound onto my general, and he's like, here it comes. And between Koopa, the remaining orcs, and the 2 spiders, the 3 spiders technically, they wipe out that whole unit. His whole unit's going to crumble. His general crumbles, blows up. The remaining bat blows up. I tabled the guy. Holy crap. That was a massacre. Guys, again, Mike, if you're watching this, you were a great sport. Holy crap, was that a massacre. Yeah, I mean, the having the lore attribute for my spider is ridiculous. To heal those wounds that are really hard to get on a spider sometimes is just such a thing of beauty. I had some really good spells. I really did. I did the ward save really came in handy for my orcs. If I didn't have that ward save spell, the remainder of those orcs that are still there would be dead. That simple. I think he tried to pick out all my characters at the end, but they had that ward save and it saved their life. The MVP, it's a very, very, very easy MVP, and that is the Chicken Rock. The Chicken Rock took out Vargeists, held skeletons down, and just decimated the unit once the A-Rock came in to assist, and then the Chicken Rock and the A-Rock were just 2 punishing forces on the flank. You cannot get those guys on the flank. Those 2 on the flank are just ridiculous. The Green Moon was a thing of beauty. I cannot... That was... It's a spoiler right now, guys. That was the second best Green Moon of the weekend. Just letting you know right now, second best Green Moon of the weekend. I had a great time. This is day 1, guys. Yeah, like I said, MVP real quick. I'm sorry. So I said the Chicken Rock's the MVP. Goblin Shaman, Goblin Baxter. I'm gonna just combine his name, Baxter Joe. Baxter Joe is definitely a runner-up. He really held it down. Koopa was a motherfucker. He was fighting that Varkalak like, fuck you, what are you gonna do, buddy? So that was awesome about Koopa. My crossbow orcs, I thought they were gonna be more useless than they were. I thought they were gonna be more useless. They were great though. They fought the swarms off. They fought they killed off some roadblocks. They killed off some chaff. They did great. Even my wolf riders. I don't think, honestly, I lost squig hoppers and a war machine, and most of my unit of orcs. I don't think I lost much. So they all did great. I wish I kind of got the trolls into combat, but the trolls really never really they killed some zombies, whatever. But yeah, this was a fun game. So that was the end of my day 1. After day 1, or actually, it's technically day 2 to me, but I'm kind of doing some like reverse time right now. I'm gonna show you some pictures that went on in day 1. Day 1. These are a bunch of the guys. We ended up going to a bar that was really close to the area. This is most of the people in this picture here are people from Chicago. It was interesting to see because this is a lot of these guys in this picture. There's Ben Nelson from Warhammer, and then there's Tunas and Witchify from my round 1 opponent. And they have some friends from Virginia who came with them. I believe the guy's name is Joel. And they came down. They were having a good time. Right here, you can see Jake motherfucking Murphy. Jake Murphy's actually playing darts, and I'm his partner in darts. So we were playing darts. We won the first round. We lost the second round. But there's a bunch more guys who ended up showing up. Here's a picture of Len. You can see Len. Let's start from left to right. You got Fergus in the front left, And then the back of the head is Grant Fetter, who runs Blood in the Sun. They both run Blood in the Sun. Fergus actually ran Adepticon this year too. Len is part of Fergus's team, which is Windy City Wargaming, or WCW. They also run the WCW tournament in Chicago. Len is also my buddy that's in Team USA. That's going to Greece to ETC with me, and then that's Jake motherfucking Murphy with that hat. Like I said, he's always wearing that hat. In the back, that is Jeremy Gottschalk, and he's the guy who played the Sloop-born elves in my Blood in the Sun game. And then we have Chris Mintz, and Chris is the captain for my team in Greece. So there's and then the Sloop guy is also part of the team USA in Greece. So we have, besides me, that's 4 people right there that are in Team USA going to Greece in this picture. Well, I'm not in the picture. And then there's like one random blonde girl in the back that was probably the only cute girl in the whole bar. Just being honest with you guys. We all looked. I'm going to show you some more pictures going on. This is actually from this day, because this would be day 2. And in day 2, the guy holding his thumbs up, that's actually Joe from Johio Hammer. And this is Andrew Sherman is on the right from the Ohio Hammer podcast. And then these are a bunch of the guys from Ohio at this Mexican restaurant. And my brother just got back in the car right now, so I was in his car doing this whole battle report. Do you remember what that Mexican place was? No. All right. Anyways, we were all having a good time here. They all thought my brother stole food because he was in the other room talking to some guys, and they thought he walked away without paying his bill. And this is also from the first day again, where you also have Dan and a couple other guys, Tyler Hershey and Bill Robertson in this picture as well. So all these guys were, this is at a bar called Bag of Nails, and this place was great too. So anyways, this is the last picture I have of here. This is actually my opponent for the next game. This is an Empire Army. I think this guy's name was Joel. I'm confusing who's Joel. I forgot who Fake Fox's name was. I'm sorry, Fake Fox, if you're watching this. I forgot your name. I might have it right here. Nope. That guy was definitely Joel, but I don't have internet up right now. Anyways, but we had a great time. It was a blast. So yeah, so this guy, he ended up playing Chris Mintz on day 1. I think he was the last opponent Chris just fought. So Chris is like, yeah, this is the army. So I took a picture of the army really quick to kind of get a glance of what I'm looking at for day 2. This is my day 2 army. I'm going to like sleep on it, look at it. But if you guys can see right now, it's an Empire army with no cannons. All it is cavalry. And this guy's doing great. He's doing extremely well in the tournament because he is up in your face turn 1 and turn 2. So, just something the guys could look at. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. I'm running out of breath here. I am going to Greece. I already mentioned this in my other videos. If you guys are watching this and got this far, I'm surprised you haven't heard me say it already. But, guys, I need some assistance. I'm at 50% of my way to the goal of my Greece funds. If you guys can help out, throw me a tip, throw me a bone, anything, $1, $5, $10, or whatever. You could go ahead and donate it to my my GoFundMe account or my PayPal account, and everything helps. To be honest, it costs a lot of money to get out there, and I really do enjoy doing these battle reports, and I can't wait to give you guys battle reports from over the pond. All right, guys. Besides that, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. I would love to see your comments and feedback about this game. Again, Mike, if you got this far in my video, you're a good sport. It was a massacre, and thank you for being such a good sport. Alright, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace.